The top 7 dates during the Battle of Stalingrad in under 5 minutes on a timeline by Cameron. Now, time to get started with the beginning of the Stalingrad Battle, which brings us to our timeline. July 17th, 1942. July 17th, 1942 was the beginning of the Battle of Stalingrad when Nazi Germany during World War II attacked the Soviet Union or the USSR. And this battle, which is the battle that changed the Eastern Front in World War II. Now, with that out of the way, let's move on to our next date on the timeline. July 18th, 1942. July 18th, 1942 was when Joseph Stalin issued Order Number 277, soon to be known as the not one step backward order. One reason why Stalin did this is because when the Germans turned their sights to Leningrad, Stalin had to motivate his officers and civilians. Now moving on with our timeline, August 23rd, 1942. August 23rd, 1942 was when General Gustav von Weichermann penetrates the Stalingrad suburbs, and later that night they reached the western bank of Volga River. Soon within a month, Soviet forces under the command of General Vasily Chukov get back into a 9 by 3 mile strip along the river, and the combat turns into some of the most brutal street fighting the world has ever seen in the world. Now for the next date, November 19th, 1942. November 19th, 1942 was when the Soviets' Red Army launches a counterattack called Operation Uranus, led by General Georgy Chukov. This counterattack turned the tables of the Stalingrad Battle in favor of the Soviets, and about 3 days after Operation Overlord was launched, the Red Army encircled about 200,000 Nazi troops. This involved about 500,000 Soviet troops, 900 tanks, and 1,400 aircraft. On to our next date, December 12th, 1942. December 12th, 1942 was when Field Marshal Erich von Manstein launches Operation Winter Storm, which was an attempt to breach the encirclement from the southwest. Continuing on, January 31st, 1942. January 31st, 1942 was when German Field Marshal Friedrich Paulus and his Sixth Army surrendered to the Red Army after 5 months of fighting. This is significant because no other Field Marshal or General of the Reich has ever surrendered to any country before. Moving on to the next date, February 2nd, 1943. February 2nd, 1943 was when the entire Sixth Army surrendered, making it Hitler's first major loss in World War II. Those were the top 7 dates of the Stalingrad Battle. Also, Chukov, a Nazi general of the battle, said, "No, this isn't heck. This is 10 times worse than heck." Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Cameron, signing off.